I was doing a deal on TV where I was helping Gordon Solie announce, and I hated it. But anyway, I wasn't going to announce anymore. So I think it was the last time I was on TV. I finally turned to Gordon, and he was totally caught unawares. I said, Gordon, do you have any idea how hard it's been for me to stand out here and listen to you talk about wrestling, and you don't know shit? I don't think I said shit, but I think I said, you don't know a thing about wrestling. Prefrontal lobe. And I gave him a few little deals like that, and he was just in shock. He's like that. I said, well, I'll tell you, I hated every minute of it. Couldn't stand it. Hated to be out here with you. You don't know squat about wrestling. Years later, I got to be careful. This is strictly opinion now. I hated another guy, Joe Pedicino. Anybody know who that is? That big fat tub of shit. Now, if that turns out to be something questionable for fact, that's in my opinion. He actually probably was a very good-looking guy and had a very sleek body and so forth, but I thought he was a big fat tub of shit. And he was on TV with Gordon, and when they were on the old Channel 36, I think it was. And they were previewing, or they were looking at some old wrestling tapes. A lot of different guys, I think. Somebody called me up and said, hey, you're on the TV, take a look at it, blah, 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 blah. So I tuned it in. Or maybe they told me about it. Maybe that's the way it went. I don't remember either. But apparently it got down to the point where Joe says something like, Ole Anderson really wasn't too well liked. What do you think, Gordon? And Gordon said something, and again, I might have these reversed, so I don't know. One of them, anyway, said, no, he didn't have any friends. And then the other one says, in fact, I don't think he ever had any friends. So that was, and years later, now after that, I told you I was looking for pictures of myself. Gordon was still alive, and I called him in Florida. I said, Gordon, do you happen to have any pictures of me? From when I was down there in Florida, or any time. And he said, yeah, he says, I got a lot of pictures. What do you need? I said, well, I don't have any. Would you mind? I'll pay you. Whatever you gotta have, tell me what it is, and I'll pay you for them. He said, oh, you don't have to pay me. He says, I'll be glad to send them up to you. He said, how about some movies? TV tapes? I said, geez, you got any of those? He says, yeah, I got some stuff that his son had done taping for us with 16 millimeter at the Omni. And I guess he had some tapes from when I was down in Florida back in 1971. So I said, yeah, it'd be great. So we hung up, and he loved me, and I loved him, and, everything's all smoothed over. Never got the first picture, never got the first tape, never got anything, never talked to Gordon Solie again.